Ho, ho, ho. It must be Christmas because I love this question. Alice in Stanford says, why did you vote for Trump? Just ask him. You know, as a trans person, I constantly get this question as to why did I vote against my best interests, according to the left, in which I really honestly don't really see signs. I think if you pick a side, you add to the divide, but it's another topic for another day. Simple answer, character pre-election. Granted, I did vote for Obama, and then Biden, and then Trump. First time I'd ever registered as a Republican in my entire life. But when I learned that he is the only sitting president that is not a direct descendant of slavery or slave ownership, he earned a little bit of my respect. Seeing how this man actually sent out supplies to Lahaina, fire victim, bypassing FEMA. Ivanka Trump was on board, not to mention the Hurricane Helene victim, and then the Texas flood victim. More or less survivors now, of course. But then they oh no, you voted against your best interest. From my understanding, he did not care if Caitlyn Jenner went into the women's restroom. He was just kind of tired of the trans ideology or trans trend kind of being pushed onto kids with gender affirming care for children, which is where I think the basis of where all this backlash is coming from, the community at which I'm a default a part of. You know, Trump's father paved the way for low-income housing. I mean, don't get me wrong, Trump is not perfect. He did fail and bankrupt a lot of his businesses. I think from my understanding, if you don't fail, then how are you ever gonna win? You learn from the negativity, you learn from the struggle, you learn from the failure, usually. Hopefully. Sometimes you might have to repeat the same fucking mistake, but you'll eventually get it. I was tired of the mass censorship kind of being put onto social media. I was getting violation after violation after violation for just speaking my fucking mind. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh with it, but I'm glad those restrictions kind of happened because it helped me refine my way of kind of deliverance of my little clapback videos, if you will. But to keep it current, I mean, honestly, the successes and accomplishments are literally ridiculous. He achieved negative net migration in 2025, which was literally the first in 50 years. He cut that Fetty trafficking by a whopping 58%. And given the amount of people that it lost due to overdoses, I can at least appreciate that. Illegal border crossings are at the lowest since the 1970s. Mind you, all my facts are coming from whitehouse.gov. Just by simply invoking the Alien Enemies Act allowed for the deportation of all these Tren de Agua gang members, which was no thanks to the catalyzation of the Lincoln Riley Act, requiring all illegal immigrants that have a criminal record to be held in detention. I fuck with that. He made those 2017 tax cuts permanent. I think he's the only president that I've ever heard cutting income tax, even having that vocalized. I think it's crazy. I'm sure other presidents have said this in the past, but I mean currently in my lifetime, if you have that information, please let me know. Inflation's at an all-time low of 2.4%, which was 70% lower from its peak. He secured $9.6 trillion in investments. Domestic investments. Even though I think some pledges might not actually fully materialize, but I mean, still, that's a lot of money. I'm not gonna go through every fucking thing, but literally the last thing that I definitely can appreciate is that there's no new wars. At least not right now. Okay, I can appreciate that. The Abraham Accords, alright, gotta give it to him.